What's up, everybody? I just wanted to quickly do just a brief review of the new Space Jam. If you have HBO, you can watch this for free, pretty much. Well, $15 for the subscription, but you can also see it in theaters. It is that's the thing. I don't know if this is a sequel or like a reboot. I think it's a little bit of both, honestly, because they mentioned the first movie in this movie a couple times. I did want to just give a quick disclaimer. I'm a Chicago Bulls fan, so I'm a big Michael Jordan fan. So the first Space Jam was pretty much great to me. And that's not just because Michael Jordan. I thought the first one was just really well rounded. It was funny. I feel like an adult could watch it and still have a good time with it, honestly. Um, I can't say the same about this new one, though. This new one was so cringy and so just like poorly written that it doesn't stick with you at all. Like, it's not something I'll remember at whatsoever. You know what I mean? Um, I know, and I know NBA players, like, athletes aren't that good at acting and everything like that. But I really thought LeBron's performance was just shit. And I understand he's not working with much here, but come on, I've seen him in a couple other movies where he's pretty funny, or he does his job properly, and it just felt like everything was really forced for him in this movie. Um, I don't want to bag into this movie too much because it is a kids movie technically, and it's Space Jam. You can't expect much out of it. Um, there were, for the most part, I didn't really like this movie at all, and that sucks. I really expected a lot more from it. One of the big issues I had with it is that it took about 30 to 35 minutes, it felt like, I'm pretty sure it was like 30 minutes to get to the Looney Tunes actually being on screen. And by the time they were on screen, the movie was so like convoluted with all the LeBron stuff that's going on that it almost just it was exhausting getting to the Looney Tunes almost. It also felt like the Looney Tunes, like, I don't know if Warner Brothers is like kind of getting a little more PC about stuff, but their jokes aren't as good anymore. They're just not as, maybe the Looney Tunes have overstayed their welcome. Maybe that's the problem. Uh, the movie story, it's your typical good guy versus bad guy. The bad guy is Don Cheadle, and it's honestly one of his worst performances. I really think a lot of the actors that are in this movie, the ones that are in this movie, I think they're really just in the movie to say that they went into Space Jam 2, the one starring LeBron. I feel like they were like, oh, I just want to be a part of this, and that's cool. It seems like everybody probably had a good time making this movie, and Warner Brothers definitely had a good time making this movie because literally, like, the whole from start to finish, the whole movie is a plug for Warner Brothers products. Um, which, if you're into it, you're into it. If you're not, you're not. But they do go into different like worlds and stuff like that in this movie, and they're all centered around WB. So like, there's a Matrix world, there's a Game of Thrones world, there's a bunch of different shit, and it, it it's funny sometimes. But I do gotta say the funniest parts in this movie aren't from the Looney Tunes. It's actually when LeBron kind of is just himself, where he's just like maybe roasting somebody on the sidelines. Things like that are funny to me. There are moments where like they almost like make fun of him for like switching teams and stuff like that, and like, just being that kind of player that went from one team to another type of thing. They make fun of him a couple times, and it's pretty funny. There are some moments in the movie, like I said, there's some moments that are pretty, pretty funny. Not like, you're not gonna like go crazy and laugh out loud or anything, but I'm sure a kid would really enjoy this. I still would recommend, if you're going to watch one, and this isn't me being a Michael Jordan guy. I thought Michael Jordan was a bad actor too. I thought quality wise, and for your time, I thought the first movie was better. I really did. This movie's 2 hours long, and it felt like a good 30 minutes was just a waste of the movie. A lot of it was like LeBron's real life stuff going on, and it was just like, I personally, for me, I feel like if you're watching this movie, you're either a basketball fan and or you're a LeBron fan, so you already know his life, you already know all these things. They just went into a lot of detail about him and his kids. I know, it was cute sometimes, but it was so cringy and hard to follow that it was just, I was just waiting for the credits, man. I was just waiting for it to happen, and that could be my fault. But I just didn't think it was that good. I didn't think the script was that good. I didn't think it was really that funny. Um, if you're a person that's like, oh my god, I've been waiting for a Space Jam movie to come out for this generation forever, this isn't gonna hit that well for you. I mean, it's cool. It's nothing special though whatsoever. There's a couple cool little cameos in there too. I won't spoil any of them, but there's some funny cameos. It is sometimes it does sometimes give you a couple little adult vibes, you know, kind of how Shrek did, where like they'll say things that you're like, what the fuck did he say that? But also they're also advertising movies in the movie that are rated R or TVMA, so that kind of makes me feel like they were centering this more towards the adults that were waiting for another Space Jam. Um, but if like I said, I want to make this one quick, so if I have to review it, I would probably give it like a 3 out of 10. It's not worth seeing in theaters. I wouldn't pay to see it in theaters. It's something you could literally like grab HBO for, and it's thank goodness it's there. I guess, you know, like you can just kind of slap that in front of your fucking kid and just be like, hey, enjoy this shitty ass movie. Um, I don't know. I almost feel like a kid might just get tired of this movie too. I feel like if you're like under the age of 10, you're probably gonna get annoyed with this movie. It's just so much like human stuff going on and non Looney Tune stuff that it was just kind of convoluted. Um, but yeah, 3 out of 10. Like I said, I'm trying to keep this one short. I appreciate you guys watching. Um, have a great night and enjoy Space Jam: The New Legacy. I don't know. Thanks, guys. Hey guys, thanks again for watching. I really appreciate it. I also would appreciate a like and maybe even like a subscription if that's cool. Comment below if you watched Space Jam 2 and let me know what you think of it compared to the first one if you did watch the first one. Uh, I mean, I haven't really heard much great things about the movie. I just really know I know it's making good money. So again, I appreciate you guys watching. Like I always say, if you like it, like the video. If you don't like it, like the video. Thanks, guys.